Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to be here today, and you can see the beautiful lush greenery in the background. Why? Because it's for growth, and that's where we are right now. We are in November. We've got short time before the end of this year, and I know the temperatures are rising. I know the frustration levels are going up, and we still got budgets to meet. And then we're going to take a holiday, and then the staff want an increase in a bonus and an extra. So we are at our wits' end. But I want to challenge you all for a 10% increase across a couple of areas. I was chatting to a client that's based in New Zealand recently, and she was saying how she's going to start implementing this because at the end of the day, it's about your profit. Remember, your sales are really ego. But when you work on your profit, your sales automatically increase. It's the most bizarre thing. When we chase the sales, it doesn't mean to say the profit increases with it because we forget about the profit. And profit, if you don't have money in your bank account and if you don't have money at the end of the financial year, you have a bankrupt business. And that's sad. We work so hard for nothing. So let's have a look at a 10% increase. Can we have a 10% increase in the traffic that comes to you? So that means the people that are looking at your website, the people that are looking at your social medias, the people that are looking at your online shop, the people that are looking at your retail shop, the people that are looking at your vehicle signage, anywhere they can see you, your emailers, your newsletters, 10%. Let's get a 10% increase. Go to networking places where more people can start seeing you. You will get a 10% increase relatively quickly. You want more people to know you're around. So if you've got 500 people on your newsletter, can we get an extra 50 before the end of this year? Come, you can do this. So that's the first thing is 10% increase on the traffic looking at you. The second is your 10% increase on prospectors. That means people that could be interested in what you have to offer. They might not want your product for some reason, but they could be interested. So that's why they ask more. So how many coffee dates have you been on? How many online Zoom meetings have you had? How many sales presentations have you been asked for? That's prospectors. So you need to do an increase of 10%. So if you've had 50 of those, you need to add another five. Okay, 10%. So that's two things. Two things that you've done already. The third thing is those conversions. How can you get your conversions to be 10% more? So that means if you go to coffee meetings, the ones that I absolutely hate, if you go to a coffee meeting, if you have an online chat, what are you going to send to the person that's really interested afterwards? So do you have a brochure? Do you have your story written out somewhere? Do you have some sales information on your products? Do you have information on each product? Do you have, sorry, my dog's just decided to shake herself and in amongst the leaves of the trees. So do you have any form of information on the products, the ingredients, anything that you can send afterwards that can help convert? And then don't leave it. Don't leave it because you've sent the information, think that that's it. No, the next 48 hours to 72 hours after that, you need to phone them and say, are you ready to sign on the dotted line? So you need 10% more of that. So if you got conversion from 50 and you were doing 10, you need to have at least another one person. One more conversion is going to make a huge difference to your bottom line. And then what about your average item price? Can we have a 10% increase on that? Most people want to shy away and say they're not increasing their prices, but have you really worked out your expenses per product? Have you really worked out how much it costs you per product, because your difference between your fixed expenses per product and your operating expenses are quite different sometimes. So you need to know what they are. Are you paying your client to be a client? Or is your client paying you, which is the way that you need to be? So if you could do a 10% increase here, or alternatively, could you add a courier cost? Because a lot of people haven't been adding courier costs, they've been doing that for free. So if you add a courier cost, it might just be your 10% that you're looking for. Or could you add a strategy to help your customers? So if they needed a marketing strategy, if they needed a pricing strategy, if they needed a any form of strategy moving forward, could you add that to what you're currently doing so that it increases your value that you offer your clients, and therefore you can increase your price. And then can you do a 10% returning client? That means 10% of the clients that come back and buy from you again and again and again. So if they buy from you once, what else do you have for them to come back for? Do you have a product offering for them? Can they subscribe to something so that you have a monthly payment plan for them? Can you start adding something additional? If they bought a bicycle from you, can you sell them the tires? Can you sell them the pump? Do you see what I mean? Can you have something extra? So you want them to come back, or is your product offering a once-off offer? Can never be a once-off offer. What else do you have after that? So that's really, really exciting. Then can you increase the amount of transactions per client? So the clients that are buying from you, not only do you want the other clients to return, but your current clients, can you have them buying from you more than once? If they buy from you once a month at the moment, can they buy from you twice a month going forward? How can you increase that? And you only need to do it by 10%. Can you increase your margin? So that means looking at your expenses, but your total expenses in your business. Are there subscriptions that you're paying for that you don't need anymore, but we just forget about it? And when it goes off, we think, oh, we need to cancel it, and then we forget. Can we have a look at what we paid last year each month and make sure that we cancel the subscriptions that we don't want? So if you reduce that by 10%, that saves you, that adds to your profit. And then obviously your revenue, your sales. Can you increase your current sales by 10%? Apart from increasing pricing and getting clients back and all those kind of things, can you increase your current sales? So that means, can you sell more to more people? Get your name out there, your brand out there, get it excited, get people talking about you. And that, if you do 10% on those 7 areas, guess what? You'll have doubled your profit. So I hope this helps you. I hope you go out and make loads of money. Share in the comments below if you've tried any of these. Share in the comments below which one has worked for you the best. And I hope to see you again soon. Have an awesome afternoon.